When horses exhibit pushy behavior around gates, we can easily get into trouble. Join me for an excerpt from the Relationship Restart Confidence for Horse and Human Masterclass, a vital part of my Success Path mentorship program. What our energy is before we even approach the paddock, before we even approach our horse, to make sure that we're properly grounded. Have a look at the audio for body relaxation and body awareness that can really help you to put you in the right mind, body and spirit, to fill your bubble with love, peace, and calm before you even approach your horse and the paddock. So now that we're at the paddock, this is my gate here, and this is not something that I designed. It's convenient to drive through with a tractor, but since this gate has two parts, you're always manipulating one gate while holding on to the other one and trying to get your horse out. So that's a design that I would not particularly recommend for a paddock where we want to, get in and out easily to visit our horse, or where we want to get our horse out of the paddock. So design is everything, and that's the little natural horse habitat tip for today. So I've talked about describing our personal space physically to our horse. If our horse has a hard time noticing our thought, our energy, and our body language. Some horses that are dominant and really pushy can really have a conversation about space. And they lots of times don't just accept that we're establishing our boundary one time. We have to be aware of our personal bubble and our boundaries at all times, because they're constantly looking out for whether they can move us around or not, because that's what the dominant horse does. So it's really important. So I just wanted to reinitiate, really know your tools, be really proficient with your tools, be able to move your stick from one hand to the other, use it equally well, really know how to use your stick so that you can describe your personal space. The same thing with a halter. Sometimes we don't have the stick with us, and we can use the lead rope that's attached to our halter. What you really need to know is you need to match your horse's intent of wanting to occupy space. So for some horses, that intent can be really, really high because they had plenty of opportunity to establish their position in the hierarchy, and they're pretty sure that they can move the other horses around as well as other humans. So sometimes this will simply not match our horse, and we might have to actually do something like this, or even swing it over our head in order to properly describe our personal space. Now, when you do so, be really aware that you always want to start with your thought, with your energy, with your body language, and you use your tool last. Because what I see a lot is when people leave the stick at home or put it to the side, the horse doesn't watch the thought and the energy and the body language. It looks for the stick, and when the stick isn't there, then the communication is not there. So before you use your tools, unless it is a safety issue, if a horse starts running towards me and is crowding me, and that is dangerous, I don't engage thought, energy, body language. I immediately swing my rope or my stick or whatever it takes. I can do jumping jacks, whatever it takes to match my horse's intent to occupy the space that I'm standing on. So it's really important to know. And so around the gate is a lot of times a great opportunity where we can have discussion with our horses about space. So I will go ahead and call Cash, JB, and Gus And this gate is usually never closed, so this will be a perfect opportunity to show you guys how I talk about space when it comes to entering my horse's paddock. Remember, as the lead, all space is yours. In front of the gate, behind the gate, around the gate, all space is yours. And we want to honor our personal bubble at all times. And if our horse is challenging the fact that we own all space, then we have to set boundaries. So what should I do? It is an experiment. I don't know what they will do today. This gate was never closed. They usually come in and get to eat over here. So I would assume them to be at least a little bit pushy, which would be great because then we have something to talk about and I can show you. Cash! JB! Gus! Come! So this is about 10 acres of pasture, so it will take a little bit for them to come, but I want you guys to see what happens when they come in. So we'll just take this opportunity and hang out together here. Now, while I'm waiting for them to come, I can kind of check my energy, I can ground myself, I can become aware of my bubble underneath me, above me, in front of me, behind me, to my sides, as far as my arms can reach, right? Can you hear them? So, this is interesting, right? They're like, what's going on? The gate is closed. Hi, guys. Good boys and girls. So this happens a lot of times that the horses are right at the gate. And going in and out of the gate can actually be dangerous. Cash used to be very claustrophobic around gates. And at the barn where she was boarded before I owned her, she actually jumped into a gate. And the gate swung open and hit the barn owner in the face and she lost her front teeth. So it is really important that we have a good conversation about gate safety. So they noticed things are different and I'm talking to you guys, so they moved away. And this is a perfect distance for me to safely be able to open the gate. If they wouldn't be standing that far away, I can use my stick, I can use my rope and simply describe my personal space. I can extend my personal space beyond the gate to make sure that I am safe going in and out. This is funny, right? So I'm gonna have to go. I don't have anybody helping me to film today. So I'm gonna go ahead and get one of the guys and come back to the gate so we can talk about how to get the horses safely in and out of the paddock. So I'll be right back. So this is a great opportunity to show that when things suddenly change, when our environment changes, that our horse's reaction can be differently. The gate was closed, I was filming, I wasn't paying attention to them, and they felt the need to simply turn around and walk away. So I just had to walk out there a little bit and call them back and then help Cash to come back here with me. And I can just do that with my hand under her chin. Now let's see whether she is ready for haltering. I always offer the halter to my horse and want my horse to be able to stick his head into the halter or at least show willingness that I can put the halter on. Haltering is a big deal for horses because that is really the first time where we are taking choices away from them, and where they can easily feel trapped and claustrophobic and also lose trust and confidence in us. So now I'm here at the gate. I have my horse haltered, and in order to open the gate safely, I would really like for her to step a little bit further back. So thought, energy, body cue, touch if necessary. Good. So this is a really safe distance. Now I can get busy here with a chain. So I can open the gate all the way and see how I am stepping aside. So I can either ask my horse to go through and I'm safely on the side of the gate, or if I know that my horse does not rush through the gate, I can first walk through and then ask her to follow me. So right here, I had to block Gus, and that was a little bit scary for Cash. So I can say, I'm so sorry, honey, that I scared you. Right? So we can simply do this again. I just send her through to make sure that we don't have a hiccup here. Very nice. And here she is. And now I can grab the gate. And close it.